Tonight, the holiday travel crunch, bumper to bumper, from New York to D.C., Chicago to L.A., tens of millions on the road for Thanksgiving, plus the airport meltdown, a passenger pileup on one of the busiest travel days of the year. Search and rescue, the U.S. Navy plane crashing into the Pacific, 11 people on board, 8 pulled from the water alive, the all-out effort to find survivors. Under fire, the new ad against Senate candidate Roy Moore, labeling him an abuser, the president sticking with him. And tonight, the new photo that has a congressman apologizing. Also, the former USA Gymnastics team doctor dubbed a monster. What happened in court today? Show of force, protecting the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. More than 3.5 million people expected to line the streets. The new plan following the recent terror attack. And your money. Black Friday deals about to go live. How to get hundreds off the new iPhone. And the best way to beat the crowds.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tom Llamas, in for David. And as we come on the air tonight, it is crunch time for the Thanksgiving getaway. The last-minute rush on America's roads and airports. Take a look at this. This is a live look at Chicago's Kennedy Expressway. Look at all those cars, bumper to bumper, traffic as far as you can see. And a short time ago, this is Washington, D.C. Not much better. The scene very much the same. And while at the airport in Denver, a major backup at the TSA security check after the terminal's rail system went down. In all, more than 50 million people expected to travel for this holiday, the most in 12 years. Tonight, millions of them are still on their way. ABC senior transportation correspondent David Curley starts us off at Reagan Airport in Washington.
This is what airports hope to avoid during the Thanksgiving rush.
We didn't expect the TSA line to be this long.
In Denver, these long lines because the trains to the terminals shut down.
They need to figure this out.
They did hours later. It was a broken sensor, and we're told that flights were able to get out without incident. This is what Thanksgiving travel looks like. Packed planes, 3% more flyers this year than last. And this is what just a couple of hours looks like in the Thanksgiving rush at Charlotte International, where we went onto the tarmac to watch workers preparing aircraft to carry passengers home. Maintenance engineer Brett Ebert. Okay, what about that time when I'm sitting in my seat and we're ready to go and the captain says, oh, we got a maintenance problem? You're the guy that comes on and fixes it?
Yes, and it can be anything. It could be a broken tray table somewhere in the back.
To deal with the nearly 30 million Americans flying over the holiday period, airlines are adding jetliners. And they got a big break from the weather.
It was either drive in awful traffic or pay for a really expensive plane ticket, so just chose the lesser of two evils.
It may be a bit evil on the roads, as those pictures from LA show. This, one of the busiest driving days of the year, with about 3% more vehicles on the road too.
My GPS thing is telling me about 4 hours.
He and somewhere in the range of 45 million other Americans using their cars to get to a Thanksgiving celebration.
And our senior transportation correspondent David Curley joins us now live inside Reagan National Airport. David, long lines behind you at this hour, and adding to the holiday travel concerns is a new TSA regulation for our carry-on electronics, those tablets and games.
Yes, any big electronic device potentially is going to have to come out of your bag in the future. They're phasing this in, so you may not see it over this holiday period, but down the road, they're looking for potential of explosives in those devices. They're going to want you to take them out of their bag.
Could also slow down those lines as well. All right, David, thanks so much. Next, what can all those holiday travelers expect from the weather? ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking it all. He's along the West Side Highway here in New York. Rob, good evening.
Good evening, Tom. The wind is blowing here on the backside of a system that's going through the northeast. Take a look at the radar. We're seeing some snow in Maine and some rain along I-95. But other than that, it's pretty sparse, and we will take it. But the wind's going to blow tomorrow morning. Chicago will feel like still in the 20s, and where they're having some parades in Philadelphia and New York, better bundle up because wind chills will be feeling like the 20s as well. Meanwhile, record heat again tomorrow across Southern California into the 90s. I think we'll see more rain across parts of the Pacific Northwest and some scattered showers across parts of Florida. But all in all, not too bad weather-wise for getting to where you need to go on this Thanksgiving. Tom?
All right, Rob, thank you. Next, to a stunning abuse of trust, a former gymnastics team doctor pleading guilty to sexually abusing 7 young girls in his care, but more than 100 girls and women have come forward to say that he assaulted them as well, including 3 gold medalists from America's 2012 Olympic team. ABC's Paula Ferris on the doctor brought to justice.
Tonight, that former doctor for gymnastics' brightest stars
Guilty as stated, Your Honor.
pleading guilty to 7 counts of criminal sexual conduct. 3 of Larry Nassar's victims under 13 years old.
I'm so horribly sorry that this was like a match that turned into a forest fire out of control.
Beyond today's criminal case, at least 125 women have accused Nassar of sexually assaulting them under the guise of medical treatments. Olympic all-around champion Gabby Douglas, now the latest athlete to say she was abused by Nassar, posting, "For years, we were conditioned to stay silent." Her gold medal teammates Michaela Maroney and Aly Raisman also coming forward in recent weeks. Today, Raisman tweeting, "Larry is a monster, not a doctor." Earlier telling 60 Minutes,
"What did USA Gymnastics do and Larry Nassar do to manipulate these girls so much that they are so afraid to speak up?"
And tonight, USA Gymnastics says they are very sorry that any athlete was harmed by Larry Nassar, adding the organization reported him to the FBI in 2015. Nassar faces a minimum of 25 years behind bars. At his sentencing in January, his accusers will be able to make statements. Tom?
Paula Ferris for us tonight. Paula, thank you. Let's turn to politics now. Embattled Senate candidate Roy Moore getting a boost from President Trump. Moore denying the claims of sexual abuse against him more strongly than ever, even as a dramatic new ad from his opponent features the faces of those very women. It comes as we hear from a second woman who accuses Senator Al Franken of groping her, and new details about claims against another sitting lawmaker. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl.
Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore may have gotten a lifeline with these words from the president.
Roy Moore denies it. That's all I can say. He denies it. And by the way, he totally denies it.
Moore's campaign tweeted out video of the president's comments, and Moore followed up by emphatically denying the allegations of sexual misconduct from 8 women, some of them who were young teenagers at the time.
I'll tell you, I didn't have any wrongful relationships, engage in any sexual misconduct with an underage woman.
2 weeks ago, his denials were decidedly less definitive.
Do you remember dating girls that young at that time?
Not generally, no. If I did, I'm not going to dispute anything, but I don't remember anything like that.
Debbie Wesson-Gibson, Gloria Thacker-Deason.
In a dramatic new ad, Moore's Democratic challenger, Doug Jones, lists Moore's accusers by name.
They were girls when Roy Moore immorally pursued them. Now they are women, witnesses to us all of his disturbing conduct. Will we make their abuser a U.S. Senator?
Since the Moore story broke, there's been an avalanche of accusations against other politicians, including Democratic Senator Al Franken, who took this picture seeming to grope a woman on a USO tour. A second woman says Franken grabbed her from behind at the 2010 Minnesota State Fair.
You're going to take a photo with Senator Franken. What happens?
So my husband steps away from us to take the photo. I stand next to Senator Franken, and he pulls me in towards him, and then he moves his hand to my butt.
Last night, in the House, an investigation has already been launched against the longest-serving member of Congress, Democrat John Conyers, following reports in BuzzFeed that 2 different women accused him of sexual misconduct. Conyers denies the charges, but he paid one of the women, a former staffer, more than $27,000. And tonight, a third woman, Melanie Sloan, has gone on the record with the Washington Post saying Conyers verbally abused her and once summoned her to his office, where she found him dressed in his underwear.
John Karl joins us from the White House. And John, tonight, another member of Congress is apologizing, this time for a naked picture posted online.
Congressman Joe Barton acknowledges that it is a picture of him. It's unclear who posted it, and there have been no allegations of wrongdoing, although Barton says that he is sorry he did not use better judgment during a time when he was separated from his second wife. Tom?
Jonathan Karl for us tonight. John, thank you. Next, the crash of a Navy plane in the seas off of Japan, and now the search for survivors. 8 people on board recovered and alive, but 3 are still missing. That plane was on the way to the USS Ronald Reagan, which is part of the 7th Fleet, and it's the 6th major accident to strike that very fleet this year. Here's ABC's senior national correspondent Matt Gutman.
Tonight, that massive search in the Pacific for those 3 missing sailors. At 2:45 local time, in the midst of a huge U.S.-Japanese exercise, the C-2 Navy propeller plane ditched into the Philippine Sea as it made its way towards the aircraft carrier, the USS Ronald Reagan. It was about 500 miles off the coast of Okinawa. The Navy says that within minutes, 8 personnel were plucked from the sea in good condition. But a huge search involving the Reagan and multiple aircraft continues tonight.
The fact that we had so many people survive this mishap suggests that this was a deliberate act, that it was a ditching, that there was some mechanical problem.
This is the 6th major incident involving the 7th Fleet this year. 2 previous collisions between Navy destroyers and merchant ships caused the deaths of 17 sailors. The captains of those ships and the commander of the 7th Fleet, Vice Admiral Joseph Aucoin, have been relieved of command because of the incidents. Now, the Japanese Defense Ministry, Tom, is saying that engine failure might have brought that plane down, but the U.S. Navy is only saying it is investigating the crash. Tom.
And the search still underway tonight. All right, Matt, thank you. Next to a harrowing escape from North Korea, a young soldier risking his life driving across the no man's land of the DMZ, crashing his Jeep and making a run for it. You can see him there just yards from the border as his fellow soldiers were firing on him. ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz with a dramatic video of his escape.
It happened near these iconic buildings straddling the border, the only place where soldiers from the north and south come face to face. Those from the north just yards from freedom, a quest that nearly ended in death for this soldier. Behind the wheel of a military Jeep, the 24-year-old barrels towards the south, his fellow North Korean soldiers in hot pursuit.
There's landmines, there are multiple sets of fences, electrified fences, so it's not easy to get across.
The Jeep crashes into a ditch, the border so close. He breaks into a run as North Korean guards open fire. Dozens of rounds aimed at the defector, 5 or 6 ripping into him as he crosses the dividing line. Critically wounded, these infrared images show what happens next. South Korean soldiers stay low, avoiding fire, crawling towards the defector. That is him lying still. They carry him out, away from the danger, and off to a nearby medical center. The defector is expected to survive, but he not only has those bullet wounds from which to recover, but he had parasites throughout his body, likely from food and water that were contaminated, which gives you a real window into what life is like for those soldiers and North Korean citizens. Tom?
A horrible way to live. All right, Martha, thanks so much. Back here in New York City, the NYPD preparing for the Thanksgiving Day parade just weeks after the Halloween truck attack. Extraordinary measures already today as people line up to see those famous balloons being inflated. ABC's Gio Benitez on the plans to keep everyone safe.
Tonight, New York City officials saying it's their strongest ever show of force. Police on high alert with the growing threat of truck attacks, enacting new measures to protect the 3.5 million people expected to line the streets here for the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Each year we've been increasing our security efforts. We want to make sure this is the most secure event going on.
Officers using new tactics, wands, to check people into a single entrance for tonight's balloon inflating, creating lines stretching several blocks. Also redeploying heavy weapons, canine units, more than 80 sanitation trucks packed with tons of sand and concrete barriers. This following the terror truck attack weeks ago in downtown Manhattan that killed 8. Police also relying on citizens for help.
We're just watching around for people. If you see something, hopefully someone will say something so we will all be safe.
A massive security presence. Gio Benitez joins us live from where the parade will begin. Gio, you mentioned in your report New York officials are asking tens of thousands of spectators to be on alert.
That's right, Tom. Police say they're going to have an officer on every block, and so if someone sees something, they should go to that officer right away. Tom. An officer on every block. All right, Gio, thank you. Next, remembering David Cassidy, actor, musician, and star of TV's The Partridge Family, all of which made him a 70s teen idol. Cassidy reached worldwide fame by the time he was 20. His family tonight saying he passed away with joy in his heart. Here's ABC's Nick Watt.
That voice, that smile, David Cassidy was the teen heartthrob of the 1970s.
Come on, get happy.
He claimed fame as Keith on ABC's hit The Partridge Family.
Imagine what it must be like to be a really big star.
And went on to act on stage